A full-grown woman taking the doll out of a child's hair? Got my doll. I got my doll.
On sale, but the original price was also $179.
And it says it was $199.
So me and my sister are at Old Navy, and I was looking at these leggings, and I was like, oh look, they're half off right now from $10, $9.99. But then I look at this one, and the tag before it says $5, and they put the $10 tag on top of it, meaning that they marked these up to $10 to make it quote unquote $5 when
the last 6 years, I've been the first one in line for Black Friday at the 99-cent store. This year was a little different.
This is your reminder that just because something says Black Friday doesn't mean it's the lowest price or the best deal. Like, this is literally $24 online.
Black Friday sale at Target. Let's see, $329. Save. Let's see what the deal was before. $329. Nice. So we're getting good sales.
Let's see how Black Friday 2023 is going, because this is what we're used to seeing.
We'll literally never have a Black Friday like this ever again. People all over TikTok are sharing videos of them going Black Friday shopping, but no one is even there.
When Walmart thinks you're an idiot.
So let me say something real quick. Black Friday is not a sale, it is not a blessing, and it is not an opportunity. It is a psychological trap wrapped in bright red tags and fake urgency. And every single year people fall for it, not because they're stupid, but because life has exhausted them. Money is tight and the year has been heavy, and they are desperately searching for something that feels like a win. So today we are going to talk about the broke mindset behind Black Friday. It's deeper than the discounts. It's deeper than shopping, and it's deeper than saving $5 on a TV you didn't even need. Hey Rych Babes, it's Robin Milan, and welcome back to the channel. Okay, listen, because I already know this video is going to hit a nerve, and listen, it is so much. We are officially days away from Black Friday, and people are already planning their routes, saving their carts, and screenshotting deals and convincing themselves that this year, this sale, and this moment is going to magically fix something in their life. Okay, it's true. Every single year the stores get packed and people start lining up before dawn, but that was definitely before the time. Now everything is online, but still websites be crashing, okay, for all these things they didn't even think about last week. And every year the same cycle happens, and people start December broke, and they start January deep in debt, and they start the new year stressed, behind, and overwhelmed, and blaming everything except the mindset that put them in that spot. So therefore, let's get right into this. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you at the end.
Black Fridays in retail are not the same the way they used to be. I don't know if y'all remember working Black Fridays. You had to work Thanksgiving, it'd be like a half day, and then you go into work the next day, and then Black Friday would basically be 24-hour shift. Now those days were fucking crazy. Like, who's doing a fucking midnight to 8 in the morning? Nobody's there. And for those people who did go shopping, why y'all shopping at that time? What's wrong with y'all? But yeah, Black Friday in retail is not the same way it used to be back in the day. And now I'm very happy with having Thanksgiving off, and then just working like a regular shift on Black Friday.
Ready? Yeah.
Black Friday isn't quite what it used to be. Back in 2014, people would do anything to bag a bargain. Police had to be called to a number of mini riots across the UK as customers battled over discounted Polaroid TVs.
If you didn't already know, Black Friday is a scam. Let me show you how I know. I'm going to a Sex and the City themed party tonight. So I bought these shoes from 9 West last week. So cute, right? I bought them for $49.99 last week. Here's that picture. Here's that screenshot. Today, it's a long story, but I'm having some issues with the shipping. And so I go back on the website to find out what's going on, try to find the tracking, whatever. My husband goes, oh, what kind of shoes did you order? So I go to find the shoes to show him. Look how much they are. Look at how much they have marked them up. It says they're originally $95. Now they've marked them down. But if you use this Black Friday code, they're 50% off. So that just means that they are exactly what they were to begin with, right? So it's not a discount at all.
Black Friday is a scam. You are not getting any deals. All you're doing is buying things that you probably don't need and making rich people richer. If you want to buy something, go ahead and do it. But I just want you to know that you are not getting a deal. Look at this classic leather jacket from Lucky Brand. I was looking for a new leather jacket thinking I didn't have any. And I was like, oh, this is a really nice classic one. It's $269. I'm going to wait a week for Black Friday and see if it goes on sale. So I went on Lucky Brand again and I checked. And today, Black Friday, it is 40% off and still $269. They are lying to you. There is no Black Friday deals. These companies know what they're doing. And like I said, you probably don't need these things. I didn't need a leather jacket because I went into my closet while doing some errands today and I found a leather jacket that I didn't even know that I had. It's from ASOS, never been worn, don't even know when I bought it. Stop wasting your money. They're playing in our faces. Next up are these earrings from my favorite earring shop. I actually bought these about 2 weeks ago. And so if we look at the second one, the Recta Bevel earrings, I bought it for $26.32 2 weeks ago. I went to go on the site today to see if they're actually having sales today. Hold on. They sure are. Look at that Black Friday sale going on. $26.32, same price that I paid 2 weeks ago. So in conclusion, you're not getting any deals. Do what you want with this information, but you're not getting any deals.
I'm a financial expert. Never shop Black Friday without knowing these 5 common scams. Number 1, fake discounts. Amazon is notorious for this. They'll slap a deal tag on an item that's the same price as normal. So you think that you're getting a deal, but it's the same $69 as it's always been. Use a price tracker like Camel to avoid falling for it. Number 2, final sale traps. Stores discount items, but when you read the fine print, you realize that they're on final sale. So make sure you can actually return what you buy. It's better to pay full price than be stuck with shoes that don't fit. Number 3, inflated free shipping minimums. Stores often raise their free shipping minimums over Black Friday, so don't fall for this trap. It's way more expensive to buy stuff you don't need to hit it versus just spending $7 to pay for it to be shipped. Number 4, gift with purchase gimmicks. Don't spend more on stuff you don't need just to get a $5 gift with purchase. This is how they fool most shoppers, but not you. And number 5, limited time only pressure. Sales are like buses. There's always another one coming. So don't panic buy just because they're telling you this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Take your time and shop smart. Follow for more money hacks and stay rich.
Black Friday hadn't been the same since people were getting bust upside the head for a $100 60-inch TV at Walmart. Y'all remember that? Folks were out here camping in the cold, fighting strangers for a deal that expired at sunrise. It used to feel wild, but now when you really think about it, it just feels sad. Because Black Friday was never about the deals. It was about control. The same thing it's always been about. And if you trace it back, the history of Black Friday says more about America than any sale ever could. Most people think Black Friday started with shopping, but it didn't. The first time the phrase showed up was in 1869, when 2 white financiers, Jay Gould and Jim Fisk, tried to corner the gold market. Their greed crashed the economy and ruined thousands of ordinary people's lives. The papers called it Black Friday because people woke up broke. 100 years later, the name got recycled. This time by Philadelphia police in the 1950s. They dreaded the Friday after Thanksgiving because downtown was just so chaotic. Traffic jams, shoplifters, stampedes. Retailers hated that negativity, so they flipped it. They rebranded it as the day the stores went into the black, meaning profit. Same greed, new marketing. And by the 1980s, companies realized they could weaponize desperation. They trained people to believe that scarcity was excitement. They built doorbusters, countdowns, and midnight openings. Psychological warfare dressed up as fun. And it worked.
I have been living for these videos that people are posting of Black Friday, like back in the 2010s. Deals now are never that good to be doing all that shoving and pushing. Like, there's no need to do that. What, I'm going to push someone for like 30% off a shirt? No. But in general, that's such an insane concept. Like, people really would leave their Thanksgiving on a stomach full of turkey, macaroni and cheese, what have you, and then line up for hours and shove each other for a flat screen TV. I mean, the deals were good, but in general, that is like an insane concept. America is not a real place. Like, why are we doing that? We were just talking about how grateful and thankful we are, and we probably like don't need material things. But then like people are getting into physical altercations about a flat screen TV.
Yeah, now, Black Friday means black being sold on Friday. Yes. Black being sold on Fridays. You understand? So this is how they were being auctioned out. We have the agenda, we have their names, their age, and the prices. We have the baby among them, Harriet, 1 year old, for $150. Because they believe they resell them, you know. When the baby grows up, they will resell her and they'll gain more money. And over here, we have another market in St. Augustine in Florida. And this is another one in Tanzania, in Zanzibar. And this is the largest slave port in Liverpool, in England. So can we see the next guy?
This is why Black Friday is a scam in 60 seconds. So here we have John. And John saw that pineapple was having a sale and it's 50% off. So now he can do his Christmas shopping and get his gifts for $5. John's super happy because he thinks he's got a discount. He picks up his gifts. But what John didn't realize is that pineapple had been selling the same gift for $5 all year. They just actually marked it up a couple weeks ago just for Black Friday sale because they needed a 50% off discount. Now, John is still happy because he did get his gift for a price that he liked. He got it for $5. He gets to take his gift home. And not all companies work like this. Some do offer discounts where they do lose money, but they're okay with losing that money because all year they've been operating in the negative, which is called being in the red, one day of the year because they have so many people come shopping. Just this one day, they go from what is red to what is called black, meaning they're in the profit and they're making money. That's why it's called Black Friday, because companies go from red to black, meaning they went from losing money to making money for the year. Now, do me a favor, go share this with somebody so you can put them on game, and also comment below what you want to see next.
Beginning to look a lot like today. Everywhere you go, take a look at the 5 and 10, listening once again.
Candy canes and... Early this morning, police surrounded the area in an attempt to contain the assembled mob. Their efforts would be futile. They had converged not to protest against nuclear weapons or the invasion of some far-off island, but rather to launch an invasion of their own on the mall. These nomads, no doubt descendants of Attila the Hun, plunder this shopping center yearly on the day after Thanksgiving to begin the annual pagan ritual of Christmas shopping. The anger of the crowd soon reached fever pitch when they discovered how much higher prices were this year than last. The hordes relentless in their pursuit of ugly ties for Uncle Ralph and other Christmas gifts. Finally, by late afternoon, the invading troops began to disperse. One by one, they headed back to their condos with the spoils of their victory. These proud warriors would return to fight again another day.
And see, this is how I know that capitalism just ain't capitalisming the way it used to capitalism. Because Thanksgiving evening used to be an event. All right? You eat your first Thanksgiving meal in the early afternoon. You then house hop, go to other family houses, get to-go boxes, come back to the house, take a nap, rest, process, digest. Then around 10 p.m., you're getting dressed to go back outside to watch people fight over the last TV in the store. We used to drive and go to the mall and just walk around and be amongst the people who were shopping until they dropped. Thanksgiving into Black Friday used to be a time.
It looks like madness, but this is what fuels the U.S. economy. Consumers driven enough to line up for hours in the middle of the night.
Oh my God.
Shopping is a national pastime, but in this economy, big-ticket items are walking out of stores only because retailers are offering deep discounts.
Everything has to be the best deal possible.
They call this Black Friday because traditionally it's the day that kicks off a season when retailers get out of the red. Unlikely this year. For every shopper today loading up on bargains, there were others empty-handed. Buddy Boyd lost his job almost a year ago.
We'll get Christmas for the kids, the grandkids, but as far as we're concerned, we won't do Christmas this year.
Americans are understandably gloomy about the economy and worried about their personal finances. If they're spending this holiday season, they're spending less. Surveys suggest they'll spend about 30% less.
Very good. Yeah.
Greg Link has owned this store for 10 years. In the month before Christmas, he usually does 3 times the business of any other month. If the grim shopping forecasts hold true, He'll have to make choices he's never considered before.
I've never had to look at our staffing in a very serious way. I've never had to look at the future that closely.
Wow, low price of $79.99. What is it originally? $79.99.
You're a dumbass motherfucker. Alright, so 3, 2, 1, and scammer gets scammed, buddy. That's what you get. You're not getting another gun.
I just remember something. Do y'all remember when we used to get up at 2, 3 in the morning, Black Friday, and be in the people line that time of morning for baby dolls? Let me tell you something. That used to be the best time of my life. Y'all, I'm sitting here thinking Black Friday is not what it used to be. I used to be out there in the cold, 3 o'clock in the morning for my baby, arguing and fighting over Cabbage Patch dolls, y'all. I remember running in, no lie, y'all, I promise you, I would get a buggy and be pushing people and running and knocking them over and load my cart up with dolls just to make them mad to get up to the register and order and buy one. Y'all remember them days?
Nothing.
Right, love. So here's the deeper truth behind Black Friday, and I'm saying this with love. Most people don't shop on Black Friday because they're being smart. They shop because they're stressed and anxious and overwhelmed, and corporations know that. Like, Black Friday is not a holiday. It is a psychological manipulation exercise wrapped in bright graphics, countdown timers, and fake urgency. People aren't buying the items, right? They're buying the feeling those items promise. For 11 months out of the year, like, life has been beating folks up. The bills, the debt, the stress, the work, disappointment, the unmet goals, another year that didn't go how they imagined. By November, most people feel powerless. So when they see a limited time offer, right, it makes them feel like they are finally back in some type of control. It's not shopping, it's emotional relief disguised as spending, and companies know exactly what they're doing. Okay, this is nothing more than sales psychology, girl. All right, so Black Friday is intentionally engineered to trigger every part of your brain that reacts to fear, urgency, scarcity, and the desire for belonging. Y'all remember when y'all bought my $1 martini? It is still up now. This is what I teach in that $1 martini. It teaches you the 5 triggers to gaining a sale using sales psychology. So scarcity psychology, right? Only 5 left, ends tonight. Once it's gone, it's gone. People don't buy because they need something. They buy because they're terrified someone else will get it first. Another one is loss aversion. Your brain hates the idea of missing out more than it loves the idea of saving money. So you end up buying things you never planned on just to avoid the discomfort of losing the deal, right? The dopamine hit, okay, when you're stressed or exhausted, dopamine drops. Black Friday spikes that. That's why it feels so addictive. It's not a purchase, it is a temporary mood swing. Another thing I want to point on is the identity psychology. People shop to become the version of themselves they wish they actually could be. The luxury woman, the organized mom, the aesthetic girl, the tech king, right? The I got my life together version of themselves. Black Friday whispers, if you buy this, you'll finally be her or him, right? But you can't become her with your cart. You become her with your habits, okay? Another thing I want to point on is the crowd psychology. When everyone else is running into Target and Best Buy and Walmart and JCPenney, like, you feel like you're supposed to do it too. It tricks you into believing that spending equals belonging. Most people don't want the item, they want the moment. That's why everybody was like, y'all remember the moments where everybody was fighting over the Cabbage Patch dolls? Listen. Listen, y'all remember the moments, okay? But the saddest part is that Black Friday hits broke and middle class people the hardest. Rich people ain't outside fighting over no damn TV. They're at brunch sipping their mimosas, okay? They're enjoying their family time. They're not wasting, Thanksgiving evening to go sit outside or to be in front of a screen and wait until 12 o'clock. They're enjoying their time. That's one thing about rich folks is they value their time. They value their time with their loved ones and, and anything that is most important to them. Not sitting outside or waiting until 12 o'clock when you need to hit that submit button. Like, Black Friday is not for the wealthy. It is for the financially stressed, the people who feel like, oh, if I don't buy it today, it'll never be affordable. Like, what? It's been affordable for the last 11 months. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. This channel, I'm going to definitely hit a nerve and I'm going to put you in a chokehold because I need y'all to understand most of us are in our 30s and our 40s at this point and we see it. Maybe I just need to say it for y'all to really realize it. Like, it's not a bargain. It's a belief system, okay? Because the truth is most people live life on sale, right? They only buy when it's discounted. They accept the crumbs because they don't feel worthy of full price. They confuse, accommodation with abundance. They confuse cheap with smart. They confuse ownership with identity. But nothing about that leads to wealth. You're not saving money. You're delaying the discipline. And if you can't afford it at full price, you can't afford it on sale either. And don't be putting that stuff on them credit cards, okay? Black Friday is how a lot of people end up paying January's rent with December's guilt. Now, I'm not on here saying that rich people do not buy things or even expensive things because if they got it, it ain't tricking if you got it. That's what I'm pretty much saying. It ain't tricking if you got it. But if you know you ain't got it, why are you putting yourself in more debt? That's exactly what this whole thing is about. Like, rich people definitely buy things, but they don't buy out of impulse. They buy out of alignment. If they won't buy it at full price, right, they won't buy it at a discount. Like, that's the difference between rich mindset and a broke one. So before you shop this weekend, ask yourself, would I want this if this wasn't on sale? Am I buying to solve a problem or to avoid one? Is this discipline or a dopamine? Is this building my future or slowing it down? All right, I'm not saying that you cannot enjoy a Black Friday moment. I'm just saying, why are you shopping on Black Friday? Because 90% of people are going to spend $600 or more on randomness this Friday, then wake up broke again Monday. But not my rich babes, okay? This year, we're moving intentionally. We're spending in ways that makes us richer and not more stressed out. We're choosing strategy over impulse, power over panic, and abundance over anxiety. And speaking of moving intentionally, you already know I'm about to come with mine. So if you want to spend smart this Black Friday, make sure that you are on the Rich Milan email list, all right? My Rich Friday isn't about chaos. It's about strategy, exclusive drops, and limited returns, all right? So make sure you get your early access and also join us in the champagne room where I spill out all of my knowledge and secrets with business, AI, YouTube, and everything. You get drip content every single week with me. So if you're not on the email list yet, babe, I don't know why you playing with yourself. Okay, get in position this year. You buy with purpose and not pressure, okay? And listen, don't forget episode 2 of Cash and Cocktails drop tonight at 6 p.m. We're talking money mindset, okay, and making it through the madness, okay? So don't miss out on that. Make sure you subscribe to my Spotify account along with tuning in also on YouTube as well. All the links are in the description box below. Okay, my love, so don't miss out, but don't miss out on things that keep you broke, not the things that make you better. You deserve a life that doesn't, depend on sales. All right, my loves, I'll see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. Until next time, rich babes, stay rich. Love you.
You're always on my mind.